Ugh, someone put Chibnall in my Doctor Who.
Here we are! This is it! We're heading straight towards that definitely satisfying conclusion. Right at the top, I'm just gonna say it, I loved this! There is so much to unpack here. This should have been episode 2. This is exactly where we should have picked up after episode 1. Or rather, the previous 3 episodes should have been condensed into episode 2. And this should have been 3. Because this is the one epic story. There are no standalone elements at all. They called the season Flux. They promised me one massive plot, and then for basically 3 episodes didn't really deliver. Don't get me wrong, this is still not good. There's plenty of issues we'll get to in due time, but this is actual delivery on the premise. All of those plots and questions established in episode 1 are finally moved forward. We get some substantial answers, and like absolute clockwork, Chibnall introduces more questions! Ah, brilliant! Okay, where do I even start here? Okay, let's talk about... With the universe essentially fluxed, and Earth being one of the last remaining safe havens, aliens and monsters throughout the world converge, like the Sontarans in episode 2, to capture Earth. One of these people is the space dictator who screwed over Vinder. He, throughout the 1900s, infiltrates and takes control of UNIT. This plotline is fine. It's somewhat convenient that he's connected to Vinder, but whatever. Eventually we arrive at present day with returning Doctor Who regular, Kate, who tries to stop his plan. To which we don't really know what that plan is yet. It may be some deal with the Sontarans for Earth domination. It's kind of hard to tell where this will go. Shelf that for the finale. Stuck in 1904, they have a globe-hopping adventure going to a bunch of different locations. It's all very exciting. They're essentially trying to work out when the Earth will be destroyed, find help, and set up a plan to avoid Earth destruction. You know, the usual. The problem here is there's a crapload of time and budget committed to their Earth adventure, but comparatively to everything else, we don't really get answers. This is an especially evident issue when we look at the massive info dump given to the Doctor that takes place essentially in one room, and could for sure use some excitement. The highlights of this plotline is that the Doctor hid on Yaz, essentially a doggy tag.
If we lose each other, if we get separated, don't worry. This will activate 2 weeks after we've not had contact with each other.
Telling her not to worry if they get split up, since last time this happened, Yaz went fucking insane. Additionally, they leave a message for Carbonista in the future, and meet up with the Victorian tunnel man. And we find out his tunnels are space tunnels.
He's there. A dozen doorways, a dozen worlds.
To save the universe. We don't really know how this connects to the plot yet. Claire is also notably absent, unless she's the captured rogue angel. Shelf it for the finale. Bel arrives at Swarm's base, but her ship is taken over by the dog people and she's drawn away to Earth. Vinder, following Bel, arrives at Swarm's base where Swarm uses the Flux survivors as energy. Furthermore, they capture Vinder as a passenger, and he meets up with Diane from the first episode, who loves guns.
Finally, someone with a gun.
Apparently, he has a plan.
I've got a plan to get you out of here.
Finally, Swarm crashes the Doctor's party. They want revenge on the Division who locked them up and then release them to aid in the destruction of the universe, which they want to escape. I guess. It's not entirely clear what their tangible goals are yet, or how they connect to the overall plot. Oh well, shelf it for the finale! The Doctor, who is now captured, arrives at the Division home base. Oh, and the Division is just the universe Illuminati. You know, doing the usual controlling and shaping civilization from the shadows.
Every civilization works or is enlightened. Some require help, some needed to be told.
It turns out the head of the Division is the Doctor's mum, who experimented on her as the timeless child.
I'm Tecteo, the woman you used to call mother. I'm the one who found you. I brought you to Gallifrey and raised you.
I love a good old double down where Chibnall's like, yes, this timeless child plot is definitely true and not a hoax.
Was what the Master told me true?
Yes.
There's this great scene where we're finally about to get answers and the Doctor's mum is like, it's actually super simple.
Division is simple.
And I was like, oh yeah, sure. And then she goes on to say it's indescribable.
And indescribable.
Oh, fucking hilarious. Of course words can't explain it. Thank you, Chibnall.
This just shows I was right to order your memories erased.
Right. The Doctor originally escaped the Division at the cost of her memories, which are stored in a Time Lord watch. Now, because the Doctor saves people and interferes with the universe,
Morality was always your flaw.
the Division, who are stationed in the void between universes, is going to destroy this original universe with the Doctor in it to stop the timeless child with the Flux.
Which is why we engineered the Flux, shut the universe down and you within it. Except even then, you interfere, disrupting the Flux.
In doing this, they will escape to Universe 2 and continue their stinking meddling free of the Doctor.
As we near the end of the old universe, Division is moving into the next. The crossing is in progress.
Now, the Doctor's mum offers the Doctor her memories if she allows the universe to be destroyed and rejoins the Division. Obviously, the Doctor is not a fan of this deal. And the universe the Division is escaping to is apparently the universe where the timeless child originated and they want to find where it started. So, the Doctor does I'm going to win and save this universe speech.
So hold on to that hat, because you, me, and the end of the universe, it's personal now.
But it's crashed by Swarm.
No.
Oh no. They kill the Doctor's mum, take the Doctor's memory watch, also the Sontarans attack Earth. That's a lot of information and I'm not really sure what it all means. It's a bit gobbledygook, but I guess shelf it for the finale. So yeah, that was a lot. And listen, it's still not good, but it is exciting. It wasn't a sitting around doing nothing episode like some of these have felt like. I really wish this is just where we picked up after episode 1. Like, that would have been proper commitment to the one epic story. And confidence in having a definitely satisfying conclusion. May I just say, there is so much momentum going into the final episode. It's kind of overwhelming. The ground we have to cover. Unless the next episode is like an hour and 30 minutes, I think it's gonna be an explosive, messy crash. It really feels like everything hangs in the balance of this definitely satisfying conclusion. And, Chibnall's track record is, bad. Really bad. Isn't it crazy that basically recapping the plot is enough to make it clear the mountains of issues that are building up? There is so much that needs wrapping up. Like, think about how much shit we shelved for the finale. I'm so excited. Like, man, these reviews are getting longer and longer. At this point, it's really hard to predict where everything is going to go. But next week's review is gonna be a long one. I'll tune in if I was you. All in all, I kind of liked how packed this episode is. We're really moving into the finale at extreme speeds of momentum, and that's kind of, in a weird, backwards way, gripping. I think the next hour of Doctor Who is gonna be what we remember Chibnall for. Redemption, however, is off the table. It's too late. But I think there's a real slim chance he pulls something off. 4 out of 10.
Okay, Mug, you think you're so fucking resilient? Flux you in the next one.
Don't forget to click below to subscribe